well. Okay, I am also well. Today I will discuss about Newton's law of motion, that is NLM. Okay, let's start. NLM, that is Newton's law of motion. You have already learned about Newton's three laws: first law, second law and third law. Today I will start from second law, and second law is given by mathematically total force on a body F, and this is equal to mass into acceleration. If we apply a net force on a body, then the body will move with a acceleration. Here the force F, this is the net force on the body, and this may be the resultant of many forces like F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus etc. Okay, this is the basic equation of Newton's law of motion. Now we will discuss different cases of motion. First, I will discuss about pulley system. Very simple pulley system. This is a pulley and this is hung from a rigid support. Here is a rope passes over the pulley. Here are two masses are connected with this rope. Say this is M1 and this is M2. Now we find out the defined forces. M1, that is the force M1G, acts downward. Here the weight M2G downward. The tension of the rope T, here tension T. Here we see that this is a single rope, therefore the tension is equal everywhere. This is T and this is T, and they act upward. Now we set up equation, free body equation, free body diagram. First we consider this body. Here we take M2 greater than M1. If M2 greater than M1, then the mass M2 goes down and the mass M1 goes up. And we take the acceleration of the system A, this is downward, and this is same acceleration A, the body M1 goes upward, therefore the acceleration is along upward. First we set up the equation of the first body. The body M1 goes up. Here are two forces T and M1G, therefore the net upward force T minus M1G, it is the net force F, and we know the total force F equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore this is M1 into A. This is the first equation of the first body M1. Now we set up the equation of motion for the body M2. Here we see that M2G acts downward and the tension T acts upward. The body moves down, therefore the net downward force is M2 G minus T. This is the net force, and we know the total force equal to mass into acceleration at the mass m2 and the acceleration m2a. These are two equations. Now we can solve these two equations to find out tension and acceleration of the system. It is very easy. We add these two equations and we get this T cancel. Therefore here m2 minus m1 into G equal to m1 plus m2 into A, and we get the acceleration A equal to m2 minus m1 into G by m1 plus m2. This is the acceleration of the system. The mass m1 goes up with the acceleration A, and the mass m2 goes down with the acceleration A, and this is given by A equal to m2 minus m1 into G by m1 plus m2. Now we find out the tension. Here we found out the tension. Okay, from this equation we can get tension T equal to m1A plus m1G. See that T equal to m1A plus m1G. Now m1A plus G. Now we put the value of acceleration, and this is m2 minus m1 into G by m1 plus m2 plus G. Okay. Now T equal to m1 m2 minus m1 plus m2. We take G outside the bracket, and this is m1 plus m2. Here m1 and m2 cancel. We get m2 plus m2, that is 2m2, and m1 is multiplied with, therefore 2 m1 m2 into G by m1 plus m2. This is the tension T. Therefore this system of pulley and mass m1 m2, here we get the tension of the rope or thread T equal to 2 m1 m2 G by m1 plus m2, and this is our acceleration. If we want to calculate the tension of this rope, then we get this is 2T, and if we multiply this equation by 2, then we get the total tension of this rope. Okay. Now we go to our next problem. We draw the figure first. Here it is a horizontal surface. Here are two masses two bodies of mass m1 and m2 are kept in contact. This is say m1, this is m2. The two bodies are kept in a horizontal surface. Okay. Now we push the mass m1 with a force F. Now we have to find out the acceleration of the system, and also we find the reaction or contact force between two masses m1 and m2. Okay, now we draw the reaction force. Here m1 applied a force say r1 or r on the body m2. Here we push the body m1, also m1 push the body m2 with a force r, and according to Newton's third law, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Therefore m2 also applied a reaction force same, that is r. Here if we draw a free body diagram, then we see that here the mass m1, here are two forces, this is F and this is R. Similarly, free body diagram of M2, we see that here only the force R. The total system moves with acceleration A, therefore this acceleration A, also the acceleration of M2 is A. Now we set up their equation of motion first for the body M1, and we see that the body moves along this direction. There are two forces F and R. The net force is F minus R, and we know the total force equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore F minus R equal to M1 into A. Similarly, for the mass m2, we get the equation R equal to m2a. Here R is the only force applied on the body of mass m2. Now we solve these two equations to find out the acceleration and the contact force R. And we get here F equal to m1 plus m2 into a, and this gives the acceleration F by m1 plus m2. This is the acceleration of the system of two bodies. Now we find out the contact force R, and this is R equal to m2a. We substitute the value of acceleration F by m1 plus m2, that is m2 by m1 plus m2. Okay, this is acceleration and this is the force that the body m2 acts on the body m1. Okay, next we go to the next problem. Here we solve the same problem with three bodies. Here three bodies on the smooth horizontal plane. It is M1, it is M2, it is M3. We apply the force F on the body of mass M1. We know for this force the total system moves with an acceleration A. As before, we see that the mass M1 will apply a force R1 on the body M2, and this is R1. According to Newton's third law, the M2 apply a force, same force, equal and opposite force R1. M2 also applied a force on M3, this is R2, and M3 applied the opposite force and equal and opposite force R2. Here we see the forces on the body M1, F and R1, and this is F minus R1 is the net force on the body M1, and this is M1 into A. Similarly, total forces on the body of mass M2 is R1 minus R2. This R1 is directed along this direction and R2 opposite direction. Therefore, net force R1 minus R2. This gives M2 into A. R2 is the only force on the body of mass M3. Therefore, R2 equal to M3 into A. Now we solve these three equations and we get F equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 into A. This gives our acceleration F by M1 plus M2 plus M3. Now we find out R1 and R2. From this equation, from last equation, first we find out R2 and this is equal to M3 into A. M3 F by M1 plus M2 plus M3. R2 is the force applied on M2 by the body of mass M3. And from any of these two equations, we can easily get R1, that is R1, from the second equation we get R1 equal to M2A plus R2. M2A, R2 equal to M3A, then M2 plus M3 into A, and the value of A is F by M1 plus M2 plus M3, and F divided by M1 plus M2 plus M3. Okay, so this is a three body system. They are kept on a horizontal smooth plane in contact. We applied a force F on body M1, therefore M1 apply force on M2, and similarly M2 applies force on M3. The total system moves with acceleration A, and we set up three defined equations for three bodies and solve this equation. We get total acceleration A equal to F by M1 plus M2 plus M3, and this is to contact force R1 and R2. Next we go to our problem. Say this is a smooth table, and here is a pulley. on the table here is a body of mass say m1, and two masses are connected by a massless rope. This mass is m2. m2 is hanging from the rope and m1 is on the smooth table. Now we have to find out the acceleration of the system and also the tension of the rope. As before, we get here the weight m2g is downward, and here also the weight m1g is downward. The tension is T upward. Here also the tension T pulls the mass m1 along this direction. This is the single rope, therefore the tension is everywhere same. Okay, here the table is smooth, therefore no friction acts here. Only the force on the mass m is T, and this moves with acceleration a, this moves also with acceleration, same acceleration a. The equation of the mass m1 is T equal to m1 into a. Here two forces act on the body m2, m2g downward and T upward. Therefore the net force is downward as the body moves downward, and this is m2g minus T equal to mass into acceleration, that is m2 into a. It is very easy to solve these two equations. Here we get m2g, this cancel, and this is equal to m1 plus m2 into a, or a equal to, we get here m2g by m1 plus m2. This is the acceleration of this system. Now we calculate the tension. It is very easy. Here T equal to, we see T equal to m1a, m1 into a, and a equal to m2g, a equal to m2g by m1 plus m2, that is m1 into m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. This is our tension. It is very easy. Now we go to inclined plane. First we have to calculate the acceleration of a body on a smooth inclined plane. Acceleration of a body on a smooth inclined plane. This is our inclined plane. This is our inclined plane. This is angle of inclination. A body of mass m1 or m is on the inclined plane. Here the weight of the body acts vertically downward, that is mg, and this is our normal reaction, capital N, normal reaction, that the plane of the inclined plane acts on the body. Now we resolve the force mg into two components. One component is along this direction and the other is along this direction. If it is the angle theta, we can easily calculate that this is also theta. According to the resolution formula of vector, this is mg and the component along this angle of theta, this will be mg cos theta, and the perpendicular component, this is mg sin theta. Here we see that the component mg cos theta is balanced by normal reaction n, that is n equal to mg cos theta. Only the unbalanced force along the inclined plane, and this is downwards. Only unbalanced force F equal to mg sin theta. For this force, the body M moves downwards with an acceleration, and this acceleration A is given by force by mass. Here force mg sin theta, the mass m, therefore we get g sin theta. Then the acceleration along a inclined plane is A equal to g sin theta. Okay. Now we set up a defined problem with inclined plane. Say this is an inclined plane. Here is a pulley. There are two bodies of mass m1 and m2 connected by a rope. One is hanging and one is on the smooth inclined plane. Say mass m1 and this is m2. As before, here we find out the component of forces that acts on the mass m1 and m2. Here the angle of inclination is theta. The force, here weight m2g acts vertically downward. T is the tension, acts vertically upward. Here on the mass m1 there are also two forces. One is tension T along the pulley and another force, this is m1g sin theta, that we have calculated just earlier. Okay. Now we have to find out the acceleration. We don't know what will be the acceleration. It may be downwards vertically or along the plane in this direction. Don't bother. We take in any direction of acceleration, in this direction or in this direction. If at the end of our calculation, if the sign of the acceleration is positive, then our consideration is right, and if the sign of the acceleration is negative, then we conclude that the direction of the acceleration is opposite our supposition. Now we take this acceleration is in this direction, and hence the acceleration here in this direction. Now we set up two defined equation for two bodies of masses as earlier. First of all, the equation for mass m1, m1 goes upward for two forces T and m1g sin theta. The net force T minus m1g sin theta, and this is equal to m1 into A. The mass m2 moves downward, therefore the net force m2 g minus T equal to m2a. Now we can easily solve these two equations to find out acceleration and T. Okay, now we solve this m2 minus m1 sin theta into g equal to m1 plus m2 into a, and this gives the acceleration a equal to m2 minus m1 sin theta by m1 plus m2. Now we calculate tension. From this equation we get tension T from first equation, T equal to m1a plus m1g sin theta, m1g sin theta. Now we substitute the value of a here, then it is easily we can calculate the tension. Now you do it yourself at home. Okay. Now we again come back to the pulley system. First see our arrangement. This is a pulley system. Two masses M1 and M2 are connected by a massless rope. Say this is our ground, earth surface. Here pulley is our reference point or reference line. With respect to this reference line, say this is x1 and this is x2. Here we see that x1 plus x2 equal to L. What is L? Length of the rope. Length of the rope. Now we differentiate. Okay, here L is always fixed. M2 and M1 is moving upward and downward. When M1 moves, X1 decreases and X2 increases. That is, X1 and X2 are two variables here, but the L is constant. That is, the X1 plus X2 is always constant. Okay. Now if we differentiate this equation with respect to t, then we get dx1 by dt plus dx2 by dt, and this is dl by dt. Here as L is constant, then we get this is 0. What is dx1 dt? dx1 dt is the velocity of mass m1 with respect to this pulley P. Okay, then we can write this is V1P, that is velocity of mass 1 with respect to pulley, plus V2P equal to 0. Sorry, this is V2P suffix, that is velocity of mass m1 and velocity of mass m2, and obviously this is vector. This is vector. Okay. Then we see that V1P equal to minus V2P. The direction of velocity of m1 and m2 equal and opposite. Okay. Now this is the velocity of body mass m1, and we can write this v1 minus vp. v1 is the velocity of mass m1 with respect to ground, and vp is the velocity of the pulley. If there is a velocity of pulley, then we can set up this v1p as v1 minus vp. v1 minus vp is the relative velocity of v1. Okay, v1p is the relative velocity of v1 with respect to pulley p. Similarly, we can get v2 minus vp. Okay. Now v1 plus v2 equal to, and this is plus vp and this is plus vp, that is 2 vp, or vp equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. If the pulley is moving with a velocity vp with respect to the ground, then we get this equation v1 plus v2 by 2 equal to vp. If the pulley is fixed, then we put vp equal to 0, then v1 plus v2 equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, we get the acceleration v a p, acceleration of pulley equal to a1, that is acceleration of mass m1, and a2, acceleration of mass a2. This is the velocity and the acceleration relation of a pulley system. Okay. Now we discuss about lift motion. How we feel our weight when we standing on the moving lift. A lift can move downwards or upwards with uniform velocity or with acceleration. It may be downward acceleration or upward acceleration. And how is our weight when we are standing on a flat surface? Here a person is standing on a flat surface and his weight mg acts downward. The flat surface gives a reaction N, and this is, we see that N equal to mg. Here normal reaction and the weight is equal. Okay, this is only on the flat surface. Now we discuss lift motion. Lift motion. Case 1. Lift moving upwards with uniform acceleration. Here is our lift. Okay, the lift is moving upward with acceleration A. Here is a person standing on the floor of the lift and his weight mg acts downward. The floor of the lift gives normal reaction N. Here two forces act on the body N and mg, and resultant force on the person N minus mg, and we know the resultant force equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore N equal to mg plus ma. This is the apparent weight of the person. Here we see that apparent weight N or W. We can write N or W equal to mg, W dash equal to mg plus ma. Mg, here mg is the actual weight W. Here we see that apparent weight W dash is greater than actual weight W. Thus, when a person standing on a lift and that is moving upward with acceleration A, a person feel heavier than its actual weight. That is, apparent weight increases. Apparent weight increases. We feel heavier than our actual weight when the lift moves upward with acceleration A. Okay. Now we see what will happen when the lift moving downwards. Downwards. Our second problem. Here the direction is downward. The lift goes downward with acceleration A. Therefore, mg act downwards, n act upwards. Total downward force mg minus ma, and this is equal to mg minus n. mg minus n equal to ma. Here n equal to mg minus ma. This is our apparent weight W dash. This is actual weight W minus ma. What happens here? Here W dash less than W. That is, apparent weight decreases. That is, a person feel lighter when a lift moving downwards with acceleration A. Okay. What happens if this acceleration is g? Lift moving downwards with uniform acceleration A equal to g. When this is condition, this is called free falling. Free falling. When the rope of the lift turns, this condition is called free falling. No problem. Here also we get mg minus n equal to ma, and ma equal to, here a equal to g, that is mg. Then we get n equal to mg minus mg. This is 0. Apparent weight 0. This is called weightlessness. Weightlessness. A person standing on a lift and free falling, the lift is free falling, that is acceleration is only the acceleration due to gravity. A person feels weightlessness, no weight. Okay. What happens if the acceleration greater than g? Acceleration greater than g. Here mg minus n equal to ma. Acceleration a greater than g. Mg minus n, that is n equal to mg minus ma. Here a greater than g, therefore this gives negative equation, negative result. We can write n equal to minus ma minus mg. Now we see that n is negative, that is direction of n, normal reaction. Direction of normal reaction is opposite that we considered here. Here we considered that n is upward, but according to mathematical calculation we see that the direction of n will be inverted. When this will happen? If the person, now in this condition his head touches the ceiling of the lift and he will be isolated from the floor of the lift. Here his head touches the ceiling, and this is weight mg, and also this is normal reaction. So this condition is called super weightlessness. Super weightlessness. Super weightlessness condition when acceleration of the lift is greater than that of the gravity. If the lift moving with uniform velocity, that is acceleration equal to 0. Here it may be downward motion or upward motion. We see for upward motion n equal to mg plus ma. If a equal to 0, then we get mg. It is upward motion, and downward motion we see n equal to mg minus ma. Here also m into a is 0, therefore mg. Thus when a lift moves with uniform velocity or the lift is at rest, that is acceleration is 0, there is no change of weight. This actual weight here acts. Okay, this is our lift motion. Here today we discuss some basic phenomenon of Newton's law of motion, and next we solve some problem on this equation, on this situation. Okay, tata, bye bye.